Hi everyone, Amy here from Yoga Corner, and today I'll be guiding you through a short home practice. All you'll need is your yoga mat and maybe a block if you have one, otherwise no dramas. We're going to come and get started just on the hands and the knees. So placing hands between shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and finding a nice long spine. And straight away we're going to start to move with the breath. So as you inhale, start to dip the belly down. Reach the chest forward and up. And with the exhale, tuck the tailbone round the spine, chin to chest. Cat and cow. As you inhale, dip the belly, feel space across the chest. And exhale, tuck the tail round the spine, push into the hands. Taking 3 more rounds, just like this. Beginning to marry the breath with the movement. And starting to feel into the body, into the spine. Noticing that anything that's showing up for you today. Ujjayi breath in, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Ujjayi breath out. As you inhale, come back to find neutral, and then exhale, bring big toes together, knees wide. Hips onto heels, arms stretch forward into child's pose for 3 deep breaths. As you next inhale, lifting yourself back up onto hands and knees. And then tucking the toes, and as you inhale, start to reach the hips up and back towards the sky for a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Starting to feel out even weight in the hands and the feet. And looking to find length in the spine. So if you need to bend your knees, go ahead, bend the knees even quite a lot. Feel that length. And then press down evenly through the hands and the feet as you find a nice steady breath. And taking 1 more deep breath in. Long breath out. And then as you inhale, slowly begin to walk the feet forward. No rush. Take your time. And we'll come to meet in a forward folding position at the top of the mat with the feet around hip width distance apart. Go ahead and bend the knees as much as you need to. Gently pull the belly to the spine and let the crown of the head drop towards the earth. If you'd like to hold opposite elbows in a ragdoll and maybe even sway a little side to side, easing out any tightness in backs of the legs, hips, shoulders. And then exhaling back to the center, releasing the hands down. Let's bend into the knees and send the hips a little lower, like you're about to come into chair pose. And then push through the feet and start to round up through the spine towards standing. Take your time, no rush. Feel the vertebrae stacking. And eventually come to standing Tadasana, mountain pose at the top of your mat. So maybe rolling shoulders up and down the back. And then landing steady into the feet, crown of the head reaching to the sky. Taking a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. As you inhale, bring the hands through the center line into the sky, gazing up at the thumbs. And then folding forwards, hinging at the hips. As you exhale, maybe bending the knees again, fingertips or hands down onto the mat. Taking a halfway lift, hands onto the shins, reaching the chest forward. And then exhale, fingertips onto the mat, picking up the right foot and stepping it all the way back into a low lunge. Lowering the back knee down, we'll inhale, reach the arms, reach the chest to the sky, Anjaneyasana, and soften the hips just a little towards the earth on the exhale. Squeezing the inner thighs, inhale, lengthening up through the chest. And then exhale, placing the hands back on the mat, lifting the back knee and stepping the left foot back, downward facing dog. As you next inhale, reach forward into a high plank, bring the shoulders over the wrists. And then exhale, lower the knees and lower the whole body down onto the mat, bending the elbows in close to the body, modified Chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back into cobra and press the tops of the feet down. And exhale, release that, pushing back through the knees, toes tuck, downward facing dog. Inhaling to step the right foot up between the hands, lower the back knee down. And inhale, lifting chest up, arms to the sky, Anjaneyasana. Asana. Exhale, hips gently softening down. And take a breath, see if you can lift through the sides of the waist, maybe lift the gaze. And then exhale, place the hands back on the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step the left foot forward to fold. Halfway lift, inhale, extend the spine forwards, and exhale, folding back down over the legs. Inhaling, reaching to the sky, bring the hands through heart center, eyebrow to the ceiling, gazing up, and folding all the way back forwards as you breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, placing the hands down for support. Step the left foot all the way back and lower the knee. Inhale, reaching the chest up, reaching the arms up, finding space. Just one breath this time. Exhale, hands back onto the mat. Lift the back knee, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhaling forward to high plank. You can drop the knees or exhale, bend the elbows just halfway down for full chaturanga. Pushing off the feet, inhale, lifting through the upward facing dog or stay low in your cobra. Downward facing dog, moving from the core, hips to the sky as you exhale. Stepping the left foot forward as you breathe in. You can use your left hand to help it up. And lower the back knee as you breathe out. Inhale, reaching chest up, reaching arms up. And exhale, hands back to the mat. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, and step the right foot forward to fold. Taking a halfway lift, inhale, find some space, some length. And then fold back down as you exhale like a wave. From the earth to the sky, inhale, rise all the way up, lifting the gaze to the thumbs. Landing in Tadasana, mountain pose as you breathe out. Taking a full deep breath in. And grounding breath out, just noticing how you're feeling, how the movement is feeling. And then inhale, hands through heart center to the sky, gazing up. Folding forwards over the legs as you exhale, maybe a bend in the knees. Taking a halfway lift, inhale, spine long. Placing the hands down and either jumping to chaturanga or step back to plank. And then lower down, knees up or on the mat for support. Inhale, lift into cobra or upward facing dog, squeezing shoulder blades. Exhale, moving back, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in. A long, slow breath out. As you breathe in, reach the right leg up and back behind you for three-legged dog. And try to keep the weight equal and even, pressing through the hands. The inner thigh is reaching up, lifting the leg so the hips stay square. And then exhale, bend the knee and curl it in towards your chest, lifting through the core and the back toes, and then stepping the foot through or helping it up with your right hand. We'll take a little bend in the back knee, look forward, and on an inhale, start to rise up to your crescent lunge shape. So take a breath in and lift up through the side waist, up through the fingertips, and then settle into the lunge on your exhale. Maybe quite a deep bend in the back knee if it helps to take pressure out of your lower spine. Deep breath in. Maybe a little more depth as you exhale, moving towards your edge. One more breath in. And as you exhale, begin to straighten through the back leg, spinning open onto the back foot. The back heel lands for warrior two. As the chest opens to the side, arms reach out wide at your shoulder height. And as you breathe in, can you lift a little more through the crown of the head? And exhale, the gaze is softly at the front middle fingertip. Hugging through the inner thighs, breathe in. And coming a little more into your depth as you breathe out. One more breath here. Flipping the right palm, we'll straighten the right leg and inhale, reach the right arm towards the sky, the left hand gently towards the back leg. Stretching the right side body and then exhale back to center. And if you like, a little step in, shortening the stance for your triangle pose. Inhaling, reaching the right arm forward, creating nice length through the right side body. And then right hand either onto right shin as the left hand reaches to the sky, or maybe take your block and use that for support as you press the palm down and stretch the left fingertips to the sky. You start to lengthen the breath, deepen the breath, and give your mind that point of focus. So everything else can start to fall away and you can be here 100% in your practice, in your body, in your breath. And as you exhale, take the gaze down. And then bending into your right knee, left hand onto left hip. You might take your block with you as you shift the weight forward. Lifting up the back leg when you feel steady to, we'll come to half moon, Ardha Chandrasana balance. If you're using the block or even if you're using the ground, press the right hand down and see if you can get more lift up through the body, maybe stretch the left arm to the sky. And notice all the little wobbles, the body searching to find center, to find balance. Enjoy the journey. One more deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently release the left foot down into a forward fold, the top of your mat, releasing out for a moment. Deep breaths, maybe a little sway from side to side. Let's inhale for a halfway lift, extend the spine. And as you exhale, place the hands down and either step to plank and lower or jump to chaturanga, using your knees or not. Same exhale. Inhale, lifting to cobra or all the way upward dog with the thighs off the mat. Exhale, moving back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And finding balance, feeling all of this out on the other side. Pushing down through the right foot, inhale the left leg to the sky. Even weight in the hands, the arms are long and strong. And the inner seam of the left thigh is lifting towards the sky. One more breath. And bending into the left knee, curling it forward into the chest, making space to then step the foot through, maybe helping it up with the left hand. Take a little bend in the back knee, look forward, and inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge. A little bend in that back knee. Find what feels good in your spine. So we're not forcing anything, we're searching to find a balance between effort and ease. Stira Sukham. Take an inhale breath, stretch a little taller, find a bit more space. On the exhale, a little more depth. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, begin to straighten through the back leg, spin on the heel, and open the arms out wide as the gaze shifts forward into your warrior two, Virabhadrasana B. On the inhale, lifting up through the crown, sideways. And exhale, a little more depth, if it's there. Inner thighs are squeezing for support. Mula Bandha, pelvic floor lifted. And exhale, maybe a little more depth. Flip the left palm, straighten the left leg, and inhale, reach towards the sky. Revolve triangle. And exhale, shifting back to center. Again, maybe shortening the stance just a touch, little heel toe, and then reach the left arm forward, lengthening the side waist. There's a tilt of the pelvis. Left hand onto shin or block, right hand to the sky. See if you can find that elongation of the spine that continues up the neck with a tuck of your chin. And then rolling both shoulders back to expose the heart towards the sky. And take one more beautiful, spacious breath in. And then exhale, gazing down, right hand to right hip. Bend the left knee and start your journey forwards for half moon balance. Maybe using the block, maybe a couple steps in with the back foot. And then floating it up. Toes flexed towards the wall behind you. Opening up through the hips, really grounding down through the supporting left leg and foot. Once you feel steady, stable, maybe reaching the right hand to the sky. Imagining that a string is attached to the middle right finger, lifting you up. One more deep breath in. Exhale, gently releasing the right foot down to fold over the legs in a forward fold. Taking a deep breath in. Long breath out. Feeling into the body, noticing the shifts, the changes. A halfway lift as you inhale. Folding back down as you breathe out. We'll bend into the knees and sink the hips low this time for a chair pose as we reach the arms up. Now the arms can stay beside the ears, or if this feels too much today, take the hands straight forward with the palms facing down and feel a little more ease across the shoulders and the neck. Feel all your weight pressing evenly down through both feet. And notice if you're holding back, can you sit a little deeper just for one more breath? Now, as you exhale, gently fold forwards over the legs, releasing all of that out, and take a halfway lift inhale. Now, as you exhale, folding down, hands to the mat, stepping the feet back to high plank. Taking a deep breath in, shoulders over wrists, and then lower the knees and slowly lower the whole body down to the mat, elbows hugging beside your waist, placing the forehead onto the mat. Reaching the arms down beside you. Inhale, start to lift the shoulders, the back of the head off the mat for half locust. And then if it's feeling okay here, maybe draw the legs together and see if they can float off the mat too. Maybe even beginning to fly, reaching the arms off the mat, back of the neck is long. 2 more breaths. Squeezing shoulder blades. 1 more breath, lifting. And then exhaling to release down to the mat, placing one cheek down, maybe closing your eyes. And lifting the head back to the center and placing your hands beside your ribs. Inhaling, lifting into cobra. Exhaling, squeezing shoulder blades. And maybe you stay here, this is enough. If you'd like to go a little deeper, press into the hands and start to lift the thighs off the mat, arms straighten up for upward facing dog, holding 2 breaths. Feeling the heart burst forward, the thighs lifting strong, 1 more breath. And then downward facing dog, maybe moving through the knees. There's a little less pressure on the spine. Deep breath in. Long breath out. As you inhale, lowering the knees onto the mat and sitting the hips to one side, we'll take the feet forward, the legs forward for Paschimottanasana, maybe moving the flesh out from underneath your seat and placing the hands beside you as you lift tall in Dandasana, feet flex towards the face. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, just fold forwards a little bit. Take the hands 1 step in front, reach the chest forward. Take a breath. And then maybe a little more if there's space, if it doesn't feel like it's pulling too strong. And you can always have a little bend in the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe folding a little more. And if you feel like you're really tight in the lower back, maybe you sit up onto your block. Bit by bit, breath by breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Doing your best to keep length in the spine and consciousness in the breath, awareness in the breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. And one more deep breath in. Long breath out. And lifting the chest, and inhale, push down through the legs to lift upright once again. And now bend up the knees and reach the arms forward, lifting through the chest. Slowly roll down the spine all the way to the mat. Bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a little squeeze. And then extend the left leg and moving the hips a little to the right, draw the right knee across the body to the left in a twist. And the right arm extends out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Feeling the breath moving up and down the spine. Inhaling, bringing the knee back up to the center. And switching sides, the left knee comes in. Move the hips over to the left and then draw the knee across the body to the right side to twist. And breathing all the way up to your collarbones and all the way out and down. Taking one more breath. Inhaling the knee back to the center. And exhaling both knees in towards your chest. And lifting the feet up towards the sky, taking happy baby pose, so holding either the outer edges of the feet or the ankles or behind the knees. And taking a little rock from side to side, easing out any last pockets of tension sitting in the hips and pelvis. Feel the whole spine pressing into the earth. Knees wide around the ribs. Coming back to center, breathing in. And then extending the whole body out long and wide onto the ground. Making your way into your final resting pose, Shavasana. Allowing the body to settle in and relax. Closing down the eyes. And allowing the breath to soften. Relax the arms, relax the legs. Let the whole body relax. The whole body relaxes down. Staying here as long as you can, as long as you like, at least an extra couple minutes if you have the time. And when you are ready to guide yourself out, it's a gentle deepening of your breath, wriggle of the toes, the hands, and then slowly reawakening to your day.